Hey, this is Corey with Cranberry Alarm Ri3D. We've been doing a ton of intake testing, and we like to share a lot of what we've learned from our intake roller prototype. We've been testing with AndyMark compliance stars, ThriftyBot compliant wheels, and tube roller kits. We've been testing also with interaction with the different types of bumpers, as well as maybe placing something in between the bumper and the roller to assist the fuel intaking into your hopper.
This video on fun is brought to you by our viewers, supporters, members, and also in partnership with the following. Osh Cut is the premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, 3D tube laser cutting, and with nearly 500 variations of metal in stock and ready to cut. Just upload a file and claim your 50% off discount when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. First Team SolidWorks is free for you. Design in 3D, build your robot, and gain the career-ready skills 80% of employers look for when hiring engineers. Get SolidWorks for your entire team when you go to solidworks.com/first.
The first thing to note this year is that the fuel is different from other ball games in that it's very slippery and it doesn't compress very much. And that made things a lot harder for us than I think we originally thought for making our prototype. The prototype that we're running with right now is an over-the-bumper intake with a single active roller. One thing we want to point out is how, regardless of the roller type, the wheel type, or the bumper, once the fuel makes it into the sort of dead zone between the roller and the bumper, regardless of compression, it likes to sit in there and spin. And that's just because the bumper material and the fuel have almost no friction against each other. The one thing that really helped this was putting some material between the bumper and the roller bar to give the fuel something to grip off of and pull up into the robot. So for us, the first thing that we tested was a little piece of rubber on a piece of wood. We saw that worked great, and we thought, what if we just put a piece of churro across? We're already going to be making this intake with churro structure. What if we can just build in this backer bar? And we found that a churro backer bar works great for eliminating this problem of the fuel spinning in the intake without getting sucked up into the robot. The height of the backer bar doesn't matter much, we found, as long as it's like near the halfway point of the fuel. So as the fuel sits on the ground, it's almost 6 inches tall. If you're anywhere from like 2 inches to 4 inches, the fuel isn't going to get stuck between your roller and your bumper. Another thing to point out with the backer bar is it eliminates the need for you to run your intake at light speed just to get the fuel to get sucked up into the robot. We found that if some of the intake wheel types were spinning fast enough, they could overcome this dead zone a little bit and still get the fuel up and in, but it wasn't very consistent. But with the backer bar, you can almost run the intake at the slowest speed possible, and it'll still pull the fuel up into your robot. As far as the wheel types and roller bars that we tested 3 main types: the AndyMark compliant stars, the ThriftyBot 4-inch compliant wheels, and then roller tubes. And in our iteration, we have an AndyMark polyurethane roller tube. We tested all 4 of the durometer types of the AndyMark wheels, the green, orange, blue, and black, and we found there to be no huge difference between them. Maybe the green and the orange are more touch it, own it, and get the fuel in a little bit faster, but driving around the field, we think that any of the compliant stars really work. The compliant stars are a little bit better than the compliant wheels in some ways, in that the compliant wheels can sometimes push the fuel away from the robot, or the fuel will just spin out in front of the intake without actually getting pulled in. So the compliant stars were a little bit better than the compliant wheels in this aspect. The final thing that we tested was a roller bar. This is ultimately the design that we'd like to go with because we want to run our intake on a dead axle and have the front of our intake be compliant with the polycarbonate tube without having to run a hex axle across the front of the robot that could get damaged in robot-to-robot contact. We like the roller bar in that it's super grippy. The anti-mark material interacts with the fuel well. Out of the 3 wheel types that we tested, the roller bar is the most sensitive to changes in compression. And that makes the most sense because the roller bar isn't doing any compliance or much compliance at all. Whereas the AndyMark stars and the compliant wheels from ThriftyBot are both doing a lot of compliance. So it's maybe less sensitive to that. Do that one as well. Alright, now go slower. I want it to get stuck. Now speed it up all the way. Really slow again. Max it. Okay. I think we're good.
So like a low speed? Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think less is going to be better. Okay. Slow it down. I think that's really good. Alright, let's try it, but you maybe a little faster.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I gave it too much
Yeah, it's
on the outside. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one.
it's like it's bouncing off.
Speed. A little bit faster, but now kick it. Alright. Now do it a little bit faster to start it. And then max speed. Stop. A little bit more. Rub it out. Start at a higher speed. All right. And now like super slow speed. The nice thing about this versus the other rollers is it's smooth. There's no variability.
Yeah, that's wild. You can see that shape changing as soon as you get there. It is. It's like moving.
I think you're just gonna spin it like fast. It's not gonna work.
Just a slight bit more.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
That's it.
It needs momentum. I'm not going fast. Let me try going slow. So I'll do another one where I'm doing half and you go really slow. Okay. So it's a momentum thing.
It's kind of funky. When they have it going at its speed a little bit more.
Wait, try to stop it as it hits the back bar. Like go down a little bit. I just want to see.
Yeah, there are people asking about the backer bar and the height for it, where it's good.
But yeah, I think that we're going to go with a roller bar, and we're going to have it backed with the churro backer bar. That way, we don't have to run the roller bar super fast. It doesn't matter so much what our bumper material is, and we think that that will be a consistent way of getting fuel into our robot. That was a little bit of a recap of all of the testing that we've done with our intake prototype, the different types of wheels and rollers that we tested, the Anti-Mark compliance stars, the ThriftyBot compliant wheels, and then roller bars. The two most important factors and what we came away with is it really matters how much compression you have on the fuel in order to have a successful intake. And then it really matters what materials the fuel is interacting with as it passes through the intake. If it's just a single roller bar, the bumper isn't going to provide enough grip to consistently pull fuel up into your robot. This has been Corey with Cranberry Alarm Ri3D. Check out the Fun Robotics Network for more videos.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. For over 100 years, Kettering University has offered a better education because from day one, that education has been built on hands-on, co-op learning. Kettering's impressive alumni network includes founders, presidents, CEOs, and frontrunners who have a reputation for transforming industries with their resolute leadership. Apply today at kettering.edu/first. FRC Tees has been trusted by over 200 First teams to save on custom shirts and team apparel. Founded by First alumni and offering a free 14-day turnaround with faster options available, you can save time and money for your team when you get a free quote by scanning the QR code or going to frctees.com.